Hello friends, welcome to Chessmate. In this video, you're going to learn how to checkmate the lonely king with only major pieces, which are Queen and Rook, 2 Rooks, 1 Queen and only 1 Rook. You can watch them in any order using the timestamp I've created in the first comment. First, the easy one, Queen with Rook. No matter how the pieces have been in the board, first bring your Rook to near to the Queen in such a way that Rook placed in the middle rank between the Queen and the opponent's King. Next, move the Queen and Rook to the alternate squares so that the King will be forced to move to the edge of the board. You can do this all the time. Let's look at another example. Now I'm bringing my Rook near to the Queen, and that's it. I'm moving to the alternate squares and it is checkmate. The trick behind this technique is that opponent's King can never capture your Rook because it is supported by the Queen. Next, 2 Rooks. This time you won't be having the same advantage you had with Queen and Rooks. Here, keep both the Rooks on the 2 sides of the board and forward it to the alternate squares to force the King to the other end. If the King ever comes near the Rook, then bring that Rook to the other side and continue with the same technique. It's checkmate. Let's look at another example. King comes near it and I'm taking to the other side and then I'm moving it. It's checkmate. And then 1 Queen. This time you need your King's help to make the checkmate. First, let us look at all the positions where you can King and Queen can make a checkmate. This is one of the common position where the King will be at the edge of the board and Queen is next to it and your King supporting the Queen, or like this, or the King in the corner like this. In order to do any one of these, first you need to force the opponent's King to the edge of the board, and that is easy. Bring your Queen to the L shape of the opponent's King. Now it is King's move. Whatever the direction the opponent's King move, you move your Queen to the same direction. If it moves top, you move your Queen top. If he moves left, move your Queen left. So like this. Whatever the way he moves, you also move your Queen to this way, so that at some point he will go to the edge of the board. Also be careful not to make a stalemate. If the King ever moves to the corner, you don't move your Queen like this. You just move it to the other side. Then you have to bring your King to the required position. And then checkmate. Let's look at another example. I'm moving my Queen as the King moves. The King is trapped at the edge of the board. I'm bringing my King. And now it is checkmate. At last, with 1 Rook. This is a little difficult than we saw earlier. This time, your Rook needs a constant support from your King so that your opponent King does not capture it. Here, now the King is trapped between the position I've highlighted here. Now you have to move your Rook so that this boundary gets reduced. Now I can move this way, but my Rook will be captured by the King. So first I'm moving my King to the top. If the King moves like this, then I will bring my Rook to reduce the boundary. If the King comes near to it, then what I will do is a waiting move. A waiting move is a move that you make so that the King will move to the other position. And then when the King moves, I will bring my King here. So now the King is forced to move some other square, and then now I will make my rook comes here. Now I'm reducing the boundary. Similar way, all the time I will try to reduce the boundary with my rook. See here, I'm reducing it. At last, the king got trapped at the corner. Now I'm bringing the king to make the checkmate. And when the king goes to the corner, this is checkmate. Let's look at another example. The technique is the same. You have to constantly support the rook by your king, and you have to constantly reduce the boundary and then force it to the corner. Checkmate. That's it. If you have any doubts regarding any of these techniques, feel free to ask it in the comment section. And if you like this video, give us a like. Your appreciation is very important. And please subscribe to Chessmate for learning more chess tricks from the beginning. Thank you for your time.